Howdy everyone and welcome back to the Game King. Oh man, this historical not E3 season has one last surprise for us as Nintendo held a huge Nintendo Direct today, officially making this the closest we have been to E3 in a very long time. We have a ton to cover, so let's not waste any more time and jump into our final not E3 showcase. Nintendo kicked off the Direct with a new look at Rhythm Heaven Groove. The game will feature over 80 new rhythm games, including 30 for multiplayer and a new mode called Beat Spell, where you'll cast spells on beat to defeat monsters in what kinda looks like a mini single-player campaign. Rhythm Heaven Groove launches on July 2nd, and I can't wait to jump in. Following that, Capcom confirmed that Onimusha Way of the Sword will come to Switch 2 at launch, with a brand new trailer giving us yet another look at the combat the game has to offer. That wasn't all Capcom had though, as Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen was announced. Porting the game to Switch 2, this expanded version of the game will see the land of Norgen, a pale and icy region, be added to the game with new stories to discover. The base game will also receive various quality of life improvements before the expansions launch on October 9th alongside the Switch 2 version. See, Dragon Dogmas fans, we weren't delusional after all. Following the announcement of Stellar Blade 2, the original game will be making its way to Nintendo Switch 2 later this year with added Joy-Con motion control support. Can't wait to swing my Joy-Cons around my room like a crazy person. Then we got new looks at Orbitals, the retro anime-inspired co-op game, which finally has a release date of September 3rd, Rayman Legends Retold, which I still can't believe how good it looks, and the multiplayer adventure game Big Walk, which is officially set for release on August 4th. In what was one of the more bizarre announcements, One Piece Grand Gourmet is a pixelated restaurant management sim set in the One Piece universe. Players will play as Sanji and build up their very own restaurant. You'll even be able to use Devil Fruit abilities cause, like why not? With over 400 characters, I definitely know one friend who's going to lose too many hours to this on October 23rd. Then, Pokemon Pokopia announced its first major update. This August, players will be able to explore Under the Sea, where they learn how to use Dive. The update will also come alongside part 1 of 3 of the Expansion Pass DLC that introduces the Bubbly Basin Town, which sees Pokemon like my beloved Poplio and Mudkip join the game. You can pick up the Expansion Pass today in the eShop. We got a huge look at Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. Players will choose from one of 4 characters in Kai, Dietri, Theodora, and Lita. Each character will have their own reason for wanting to win the heroic games. Between matches, players can explore the city of Daxion, all in trying to make their time in battle that much easier. Strategy will play a role from the start, as each character has their own special abilities that could change the way your playthrough goes. Fortune's Weave now also has a release date, joining the very packed month of September on the 17th of that month. Following that, we saw the reveal of Ninjala 2, the Uncharted Planet, which is not a new multiplayer game, but instead an open-world action-adventure game that looks very ambitious. Weird pivot for a sequel. Then, DK took over as DK Challenge was announced for Nintendo Switch Online and sees you earning collectible cards across DK games, and Donkey Kong Bonanza's Emerald Rush is having a limited time Mario 40th Anniversary collab that will be held throughout the year in 4 waves, with the first starting today. I do hope you can keep those Mario and Luigi outfits after the event is over though. Do y'all like action games? Because we got a speedrun of them. Jujutsu Kaisen Rumble Survivathon is a game from the Vampire Survivors devs that takes place in the popular anime with over 20 playable characters from the series launching later this year. Lords of the Fallen 2 was confirmed to also be coming to Switch 2 this fall following the main release. Liza P is being ported to the Switch 2 on August 6th, with the Overture expansion being included. Devil May Cry 5 Devil Hunter is also being ported to Switch 2 on June 23rd, and finally, Vanillaware and Marvelous revealed Muramasa Revenant Blade, a new entry in the 2D action RPG series that looks so beautiful. Xenoblade took over the Direct with multiple announcements. Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and 3 are all getting Switch 2 versions with new content. One will be receiving vehicles and a racing mode with an upgrade that is available today. You will now be able to control blades in combat in Xenoblade 2 in that upgrade on July 30th, and play in the new Defense Battle Wave mode in 3's upcoming upgrade on December 3rd. All games will also support 4K 60 while docked. That wasn't it for Xenoblade though, as Xenoblade Genesis was announced. It seems this story will take place in a new world where a special power known as Anima is wielded by warriors known as Vesali. The trailer teases us just a bit with our player character, the Lukos Academy, and a sneak peek at what journey the game will be taking us on. But this is easily one of my most anticipated games for next year. I cannot wait to play it. We are officially returning to Woohoo Island in Nintendo Switch Sports Resort on October 22nd. The game will have 12 sports with table tennis, archery, tennis, volleyball, bowling, basketball, golf, skateboarding, power cruising, prop playing, jump rope, and thumb wrestling. Yes, thumb wrestling. Then, after trailers for RuneScape Dragon Wilds, Hello Kitty Party Land, and the announcement of a Star Fox demo that you can play today before the game's June 25th release, Square Enix unveiled Final Fantasy Resonance, the first 2D HD Final Fantasy game that will see us play as Rain, who is tasked with stopping the Veritas and will be able to call upon Final Fantasy heroes from other worlds on October 22nd. So excited to play that one. That was followed by Piku Niku 2, what a beautiful art style, gameplay of Dragon Quest Monsters The Withered World, and From Software sharing that a closed network test for the Deathbloods will be coming later this summer, with not many more details than that. It's time for one last not E3 speedrun. Splatoon Raider showed more gameplay and is getting its own direct on June 30th, as well as its own Splatoon 3 Splatfest and comics you can read on the Nintendo Today app. There will also be deep cut inspired Joy-Cons if that's your thing, because that's totally my thing. Deltarune Chapter 5 is right around the corner as a free update on June 23rd. Metaphor ReFantasio and Minecraft are both getting Switch 2 versions later this year. Not even going to tackle the 10-game montage that occurred. And finally, Kingdom Hearts is having all 3 collections make their way natively to Nintendo Switch 2 on October 8th. No cloud versions this time around. The penultimate reveal of the show was Kingdom Hearts 4. This brand new trailer gave us a great look at the gameplay of the next chapter in the series, which will see Sora explore the mysterious city of, and I'm probably saying this wrong, Quadratum. While we didn't get much more than that, it's great to see the game is coming along, even if we are looking at a post-2027 release date. Finally, Nintendo closed the Direct with the announcement of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, a remake of the Nintendo 64 classic and one of the greatest games of all time. We only get a very small tease of what the remake will look like, but it seems like this is going to be a big jump graphically for the franchise. While we don't have an exact date, the game is set for 2026. Absolutely fantastic Nintendo Direct, and kind of insane that all of the major showcases were basically 10 out of 10s. And that officially wraps up this episode of TGP and our Not E3 season coverage, which means we will have to say goodbye to our special color SGF inspired color theme until next time. It has been an absolute blast covering every showcase, and while we will be taking a 1-week break, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon to know when we are back. I've been your host, Brandon Alanis, and thank you for joining us for one of the greatest Not E3 seasons of all time. See you all soon.